Okay, so this is a kind of nice little appetizer I like to do, which is a Mango Souiscalle. Mango Souiscalle is kind of comes from the Caribbean, from Martinique in general, and it's a pickled mango. And I've sort of taken it and kind of have fun with it because I serve it with two ways. One, cold. I serve it wrapped in prosciutto. Okay, the Souiscalle wrapped in prosciutto, which is delicious. Just a nice thin wrap of prosciutto. Today I'm going to do it with a little bit of chorizo, which again is just another view of it. But we've got to make it first. So for this pickle, we start off with a little garlic and salt. And a little bit of vinegar, not vinegar, rather lime juice, and some cold water. Okay. Along with that, a little bit of hot peppers. I'm using a cousin to a Scotch bonnet. It's not a Scotch bonnet, but we can also use a little bit of hot serranos or Thai chilies. So I'm going to put a little bit in there. Give this some heat because it's not going to marinate that long. Okay, and then I've cut the mango two different ways. In this instance, I cut them like little triangles, just to kind of be interesting, something different. I'm going to pickle those. And also then I've cut some spears, which is that's kind of more the kind of way that I would do it for wrapping as a little hors d'oeuvre with prosciutto. So kind of get that in there. So normally when you make pickles, what you want to do is let it marinate and let it stay out, room temperature, probably for a couple of hours. And then following that, after the couple hours, you put it in the refrigerator for a day. Okay, so it really gets time to flavor, get all the flavors in there. Standard for pickles. So this actually should sit about 24 hours. We're not even going to leave it for 24 minutes. So you'll get the idea, you'll get the flavor. Okay, so that I think is the kind of important thing that we want to do here. Chorizo is big here in South Florida, lots of different types of chorizos. But I think that here it's sort of the idea of the pickles and a savory meat type of thing goes together. That's why you could do it with salami, you could do it with prosciutto, you could do it with a ham if you want to do something like that. So kind of different things. And here I'm sort of saying to do it as an appetizer, but it can also be something that you can use the combination with something like a steak or a pork chop or something like that. I bring them in firm. You're talking about being able to have a stock of them. You can keep them in the refrigerator. You can rotate them. You can feel them. Basically, the cases aren't big cases. You're not dealing with 36. You're dealing with 10. 10 or 12, 9, whatever your size pack is. So you're really not picking up a lot of them at the same time, but easy rotation for that because you're really trying to figure it is when is it ripe enough. And the spread of how long it will stay ripe, you probably have 3-4 days. It's not like today is good, tomorrow it's overripe. Okay? Tomatoes, you got them to that nice ripeness, and then the next day they're starting to spot, and you got to use them. Or if you're cutting them early, well, some places do that. So I think it's doable. Because not every one will ripen, but you'll have the fairly 90% of the case will ripen, at the same time. So I think you've got a good way. And if you bring it in twice a week, and you're bringing, again, I don't know what your volume is, but if you bring in, 3 flats and you're kind of rotating it in and out, you're staying pretty good and staying ahead. Right now, the varieties that we're sending out between the Kits and Kents and Haydens and Tommy Atkins, those are all performing very much in the same fashion. They're actually kind of bred for this type of use, so that they stay well, they travel well, and they will ripen nicely and be able to stay in the refrigerator. So again, just having the little bit of triangles, kind of making a nice appetizer dish out of this. If we wanted to do it as an hors d'oeuvre, I did a quesadilla with pickled mangoes, cheddar, and bacon. Man, that was good. Again, just a little bit of the acidity with the bacon and the mixed cheddar and queso blanco into a quesadilla.